Hi guys, my name is Blake. Welcome. Today I am bringing some 5-star predictions for the first half of the year. So I have 3 adult fantasy novels and 2 YA novels, and I'm going to read these over the next couple months and then check back to see if I actually managed to give these 5 stars or not. The first one I have is The Lies of Lamora by Lynch. This is a thief con artist story, and we are following this main character as he's plotting a heist, I believe. And I absolutely love heist and thief and con artist. Anything in that vein, I'm all for. And I've heard that this book has some amazing friendships. I've heard this compared to Robin Hood because he robs from the rich. And he has a very close friendship with someone that's kind of like a Little John character. I've heard that there are high stakes and witty dialogue. I've also heard that there are elements of the story that are quite dark, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. I've heard great things, and I've heard that there is kind of a dual timeline, and I really enjoy that usually, so I'm really interested to see where I fall on the spectrum of enjoying this. The next book I have is Malice by Gwynne. You've probably all heard of this one. It's another really popular one, especially right now on BookTube. Everyone is reading this, and I've seen so many reviews for it, and everyone loves it. I've never seen anyone say a bad thing about this. So I am really excited to get into this. We're not following Vikings, but I believe it's somewhat along the same vein. And there's a large cast of character, and I heard that the fight scenes are phenomenal. And I'm a sucker for well-written fight scenes. This also has a lot of nods to classic fantasy in its tropes and how it's very much a good versus evil story. I also know that there are quite a few characters that die in the series, and I really like books that are emotional. They just stick with me for a really long time for whatever reason. I saw Mike from Mike's Book Reviews doing an interview with the author, and the author seemed really cool, and that's the main reason why I wanted to pick this up. I love authors that talk to their fans, and that really encourages me to pick up their works. So I decided to buy this book, and then I bought the second and third one as well. I think that there are animal companions in this book as well, because the author mentioned that he really loves animals and he has pets, and I really love animal companions in books. I'm super excited about this one. I'm hoping that this one might be a favorite of the year. We'll see. The next book I have is Paternus by Dirk Ashton. I saw Patrick Leo's review for this on Goodreads a while ago, and I immediately picked it up. This book is very much a genre bender from what I have heard. There are urban fantasy elements, mythology from around the world, paranormal aspects, and I'm really looking forward to that because this book sounds like it will tick all of my boxes. I've heard that the fight scenes are, again, really great, and a lot of other reviews that I have seen and heard for this just say that it's really unique. I'm always looking for anything that's mythology related because I love that stuff. Looking on the inside of this book, a lot of very popular and well-known fantasy authors have blurbed it, so that really has caught my interest. And I've heard that it leans more dark fantasy as well. I could be wrong on that, but I absolutely love dark fantasy and anything dark in general, so I think that I'll absolutely love this one. And now getting into the 2 YA books, I have Fireborne by Rosaria Munda. And in this one, we're following these 2 orphans, a boy and a girl, and their country has kind of been thrown into a revolution, and there's a lot of politics, and these 2 kids are somehow connected, and it's a debut novel, and I always love reading debut novels, and I'm really glad that we're having more dragons in fantasy. I feel like dragons are a staple of fantasy, and for some reason I feel like we just haven't had enough of that lately, so I am really excited to get into a book with dragons. And the last book I have is Crown of Feathers by Nicki Palpretto. This is a political fantasy novel about a girl that desperately wants to be a phoenix rider, And in this world, only boys are allowed to be Phoenix Riders. So this girl disguises herself as a boy to become one. I absolutely love the Mulan trope. And of course, animal companions are amazing. I've never read or heard about a book with phoenixes before. Well, with a main phoenix element. Not, Harry Potter. And there is also a strong element of sistership in this. I believe that these two sisters are at odds with one another. And I absolutely love books with sibling elements to them. Whether it be a friendship or a rivalry, it doesn't matter to me. I also heard that one of the sisters is evil. I think that would be really interesting to see. And I've heard really, really great things about this. I saw Elliot Brooks talking about it. And that's the reason why I picked it up. Those are 5 books that I think will be 5 stars. Let me know if you've read any of these, what your thoughts were. Bye! I also know that a lot of characters die in this series. And there's nothing I like more than books that make me cry. Wow, that was morbid. I should cut that. The next one I have is Paternus by Dyrk Ashton. What? I love the phoenixes. What is the proper usage of that? Okay, well, it doesn't tell me.